older, older. So let us dance this night away. Our bodies move to the groove and the light that flickers. We get lost in the crowd, it's getting thicker. We get away from the drinks and chatter. Haven't said a word, but it doesn't matter. Feel the air getting lit. Standing in a blurry dream. No one else can see us. Live your life within the moment, moment. And don't go wait until the morning, morning. You never know when it is over, over. All that I know is we'll get older, older. So let us dance this night away.
Flying into your home like a 1930s train wreck. From the brand new VNL 860 studios. Creating a community of friends and topic-based discussions. This is JJDrones Live.
I'm Karl Marx and I approve this message.
And it's JJDrones Live. Welcome to the train wreck. Thank you everybody for coming in today. It's this football Sunday, so I appreciate any of you that are here tonight. We've got Christian from Mainlight Drone. We've got Dan the Droning Veteran. We've got baby girl Haley Johnson. And we got Ted from Off the Hook Outdoors. Thank you everybody for coming in today. We've got more people that I'm sure are going to come in after the football game. Or maybe not. Just don't know. But it's going to be an exciting show, so stay with us. And if you'd like to have one of your videos featured on my website, email me, Jason at JJDrones360.com. And for everything JJ Drones related, especially Reese Across America, go to JJDrones360.com and use my Amazon links, JJDrones360.com/Amazon1. All you have to do is go there, click on one of the links, and it will help support this program. And if you've got a video that you would like to submit for Blinker Flute of the Week, email DanDroningVeteran@gmail.com. He is always looking for new videos because, well, we want to spotlight some of the best drivers out there in America, or worst. We've got Chris from Shade Tree America. We've got my stepmom, Nancy Johnson, and she said, hey guys, we made it. Go Lions. I'm sorry to hear that. Actually, no, I'm happy for the Detroit Lions. Congratulations to the Detroit Lions for moving on to the NFC Championship game. And Buffalo is beating KC right now, 17-13, which is Ted is going to keep us up to date on the score of the game as long as he's in the chat. But today is a special day. Today we are going to introduce you to Logan, and we're going to put him in the hot seat. And I told everybody last week to get your questions ready because we're going to be asking him a whole bunch of questions. And we do that with every trainee right before they are getting ready to go out on their own. So this is something that's kind of it's a tradition with every one of the trainees so far. But before we get to that point, let's bring our co-host to the show. We have got at first Dan the Droning Veteran.
hot.
And then we have the one, the only, Cheesehead Media.
Oh, he's so cute.
Cheesehead Media, Brian is over there at Stormy Sky Rail Productions. So we've got a trio. We've got Jenny and Steve, and we've got Brian. So, and I do definitely want everybody to know that before we get too further down into the show, I completely lost monetization this past week. And I lost monetization because I didn't have it set up correctly. So when you monetize your channel and you get your AdSense all set up and ready to go, make sure that you do it as an individual, not a business. I set mine up as a business, and then they wanted all my tax information for the business. So basically I had to remove my AdSense account, and now I have to wait 32 days before I can recreate my AdSense account and then be monetized again. So make sure that you're following the instructions. But I do have a Spreadshirt shop, and that Spreadshirt shop is, I believe it's myspreadshirt.com/JJDrones. Haley, if you can look that up and put that into the chat, I would appreciate that. But there's a whole bunch of JJ Drones merchandise out there that has never been released before. And I want you guys to go check it out. Even if you guys just go check it out, you don't buy anything, just go look at it. And definitely let me know. I'm going to be talking to Dan because I want to get a logo made for Blinker Fluid of the Week so we can get some Blinker Fluid of the Week merchandise out there. What do you think about that, Dan?
I like it.
So, this week we have a special Blinker Fluid of the Week because Logan is in the hot seat. We have spicy jalapeno.
Spicy.
Make sure that that's milk in there because Dan, you know it's not good to drink water with it. You gotta have the milk to take away the bite of the spice.
Oh, that's where I messed up.
Yes, don't use the Jim Beam.
Oh, it takes it up a notch.
Blinker Fluid of the Week. And here is our Blinker Fluid of the Week. Firing up. And I just need to get volume on it. It is the best series on YouTube.
It is.
It says so right there on the video, so it
must be true, right?
It has to be true. We can't put it on there if it's not.
We're on week 3. Oh.
Weeks go by quick here. Now this just looks like any other day over there in Utah.
Pretty typical. Everybody wants to get in front of everybody else.
Well, yeah. I see multiple no-nos in this one.
There's a couple. I wish the highway patrolman would have been there.
Right? And this one's from Brian over at Cheesehead Media. Oh!
Close call.
Brian, I'd say that was your fault.
Yes.
Totally your fault. I think you get Blinker Fluid of the Week this week, Brian.
Well, you got one from Chris. Shade Tree.
Thank you, Chris, for submitting your video.
No turn on rate. Man, we don't listen to that.
No.
This one I thought pretty interesting.
Now, that vehicle that's passing the bus right now, they're legally able to pass the bus because it's got the yellow lights. So can that one. Okay, now the red lights are on.
I don't know though, I disagree. I think, you know, lights are on, it's time to stop.
Well, I mean, anybody that would be, you know, thoughtful of the fact that they're taking and getting kids put on the bus, then yeah, you would think that.
You would think so.
But that car right there is definitely out of line.
And the van
And
pulling
the
out,
bonus.
the van pulling out did stop. He was just getting out in front.
Right. Now it looks like you're getting ready to make a left-hand turn. Oh! Oh!
That's what, buddy. Yeah, that was just a little bit red, I think. A little bit.
Are you forgetting, Dan, that red lights are just a suggestion?
Well, that one might have been pink.
Oh, like, okay.
Video is now locked.
Well, that video is locked according to your video thing
Locked
there.
in winner right there, isn't it?
That's right. So we're gonna have a poll up here in just 1 second. And YouTube doesn't make it easy. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, or 4 in the chat. Go ahead and pick your winner for Blinker Fluid of the Week. We're going to go around the room, and I'm not going to, well, we got 1 vote for the bonus already. If you want to vote for the bonus, put hashtag bonus into the chat, and then Dan will be able to figure out how many bonus votes that we have. But 1, 2, 3, or 4, we've already got the votes coming in, and we're going to start off with Logan, and we're going to see who he would vote for.
I think the first one. That was the one with the guys passing in the exit lane, right?
Yes.
Or was that number, yeah,
Yeah.
that one.
Yeah, so Logan is the number 1, so we're going to go over here. It's just so easy. All you have to do is hit your favorite one, click it, and vote for your favorite. Dan and Brian?
I'm going to go vote for myself, number 2.
Well, yeah. I mean, if you win, Brian, you may get another second bottle here because, you know.
Very possible.
Hey, last week I voted for Dan. I just want to point that out.
Really?
I voted for Dan last week. Yeah, I thought his was better than me. I
Wow.
also think that because he makes the videos, he kind of stacks the deck too. So
That is true. That is
Would I
true.
do
He
that?
does
No, I
stack the
would
deck.
never do that. Never.
And Dan,
Probably number 4, I think. I think it's number 4. I just, you know, school bus kids, that kind of.
okay, so we got number 4, we've got number 1, and we've got number 2, and then everybody else on the chat. So Dan, I don't know if you want to jot those down. But Haley went ahead and put the link for wrong one. I know I saw it here earlier. So there is the link for the spread shop that I have that you can go ahead and scroll up and click on that if you would like. Because I'm not monetized, I'm assuming that the store is no longer on the YouTube channel, and it's not. So go ahead and check that out. Everything right now is 15% off. So if you go ahead and you purchase anything from the store, it's 15% off, probably for another week. So go ahead and check that out. And then we've got Chris from Shade Tree says this week is hard to decide, even though he's got his video up there. And my dad says still can't get you on the iPad, and I don't understand why you're not able to do that. Let's see here. Didn't even vote for my video. Number 4 had my vote. Kids safety comes first. Absolutely. And then, so we have got Logan here, and Logan has been my trainee now for the better part of, I'd say, a couple weeks. And but before we got to that point, I actually trained Logan as my last trainee when I worked over at a different carrier, and he failed miserably back then, and he's about ready to fail miserably now. So, just kidding.
Glad we're on the same page.
Exactly. So
I don't know though. I watched him back up and looked a little bit straighter than you.
well, that's why he's going to fail, because he backs up straighter than me. Hey Tony, thank you so much for coming in. Appreciate you being here. Logan, why don't you tell everybody in the audience a little bit about yourself and why you decided to become a maniac?
A maniac?
Well, you wanted to become a truck driver, so.
Yeah. I don't I don't really know where to start. Yep. Just grew up in Wisconsin my whole life, and just something I thought about doing when I was in like 6th or 7th grade, and then it's funny how the years kind of fly by, and then one year I just had the opportunity to go down to Fox Valley and do their 10-week program, got my CDL there, and then got in with JBS where I met you, and then decided to move back home after living in Green Bay for a couple of years, and then that's kind of when I got out of trucking for a little while, and now you made that Brakebush money sound so good, so I had to get back into it.
Well, I mean, there is some money to be made here at Brakebush Transportation. Not everybody gets a chance to do so. But I guess the first question that I have, because this isn't something that everybody gets a chance to do, and I'm not even talking about just driving for Brakebush, but I'm talking about being a trainee with somebody that also has a YouTube channel. Is there any pressures? Is there anything that is kind of out of the ordinary, or is it something do you feel it enhances the experience?
I think because I've known you for a while, it doesn't really hurt it, that's for sure. It makes it more entertaining, I guess.
Right. And obviously, we've got some videos coming up. In fact, Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central Time during our normal premiere is going to be the first video that we did together, and it's going to be fun for you guys because you get to kind of see how he and I interact on a daily basis, and we do get a little bit of adversity throughout the trip, so it's something that you're definitely going to want to tune in for, because I think it's something that isn't usually shown, especially during trucking vlogs. But anybody that has any questions for Logan, put it into the chat with the hashtag Logan, so that way I can pick it out and we can ask him some very difficult questions. Let's see here. The power of chicken compelled Logan
he was going to be a host. Hashtag.
Hashtag.
Not completely wrong.
And then let's see here. He is a Northeast truck driver. So yeah, Ted likes to say that he is going to be a Northeast truck driver, so he's actually a truck driver, not like the rest of us that all go out west and don't really do much. But Dan, do you have any questions for Logan?
What does a Thundercat say?
He wants to know what a Thundercat says.
Still can't tell you that.
Brian, your job is to get a Thundercat thing up here on the screen so that we can share that with Logan, if you could please. Let's see here.
Under 10 seconds.
Yes, please, under 10 seconds. Let's see here. Logan, what is the best part of training with Jason a second time?
Well, the second time specifically, then it's going to be the truck. Otherwise, my go-to is going to be the food, but since you're specifically talking about the second, it's definitely the truck.
Let's see here. How is JJ as a trainer?
Horrible. Worst ever. No, he's great. He's great. It was the first time I was I trained with him. And I think, how many miles did we do?
Oh,
I can't remember what their...
We racked up miles like it was nobody's business. It was
6 or 10. Because they had a minimum requirement.
Yeah, they had a minimum of like 4,000 or 5,000. I think we did 8.
Okay. That was a while ago.
But it was 9.5 years ago, or at least 9 years ago. I think we figured out.
Okay,
Let's
I
see
got
here.
another question for you. I want to see.
Yes.
Did you make Jason purchase a pee bottle?
Yes. Did you ask me, or did you make me purchase a pee bottle?
Oh. No, I didn't even think
No?
about it.
Not as good as me then, I guess.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Go ahead and play it, Brian. I'm going to give him the headphones.
Oh, yeah. You got these on backwards, by the way.
I know.
Okay.
He's a backward kind of guy.
Peace and prosperity on Third Earth. When one empire stood above all others, ruling with a just heart and razor claw. And though omens foretold in the book would be ignored, the tragedy to come was necessary. For it was written that he would be born of fire, a king to lead his people to victory against ancient spirits of evil.
This is not ringing any bells.
No?
No.
If you guys really don't know why we're showing Logan this, you'll find out on Wednesday. Or no, not even this Wednesday. It'll be on the next video. So 2 weeks from when, or a week from Wednesday.
2 weeker. 2 weeks suspense.
This was like one of my favorite cartoons growing up. Hey, Karl Marx. Thank you so much for being here.
How quickly things change for the cats.
Haley's younger than you, and she loved Thundercats.
Go.
I can't do this alone.
Oh, that's a
You won't
burn.
have to.
Are you going to put up with that, Logan?
Yeah, I kind of have to. She makes the good food, so.
Thunder! The day I have always feared has arrived. Thunder!
And I'm sorry, YouTube, but Logan needs to be educated.
Thundercats!
The power of the Thundercats.
That's awesome.
Yeah, his mic is there, and Paul is the one that contributed my microphone over here, so that we're actually able to do 2 microphone setup, which works really, really well. So I appreciate that, Brian.
What year was that?
Brian, do you know the year?
Oh, I just closed one. I was in, I'm going to say 80, 81.
It's early
He's
80s.
thinking 80. He's thinking 80, 81.
Oh, okay. So yeah, it's about 10 years too soon.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Ted
No,
says, who is Logan's favorite football team?
Oh, 1985. I'm sorry.
Okay, 85.
85, okay.
That's from Steve.
My favorite football team's
Steve
got to
looked
be the
it up.
Packers, obviously. Even though they stunk it up
What?
in the last quarter last night.
Did they lose?
Unfortunately, let's get the elephant out of the room now. He was supposed to report to the 49ers for field goal duty this weekend, and he didn't show up. He was a no-show. Something about, I have a sore throat. And then he wants to know, Logan, does Jason snore?
No, but he does have night terrors. No, I don't think I've heard any snoring.
Well,
Not only that, but
that's from him watching you drive.
You said this from watching you drive.
I mean, I'll take that as a compliment. I'm not scaring the crap out of you. I must be doing something all right.
Yes.
So, and Karl Marx is in here. I think I already mentioned that. Let's see here. Yeah, that was definitely not too new for the original Thundercats. That was 1985. Let's see here. Do we need to call HR?
Might have to.
Let's see here. Haley said that she was -9 years old.
So was I. That's weird.
Haley says that I do snore.
I must be snoring harder to not hear it.
And Ryan says that I fart. That is not a lie. That's absolutely true.
Well, then I'm glad I got bottom bunk.
I'm safe now. I'm a changed man. I don't know what I changed from. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, you don't know why the @ doesn't work? If you're on your phone, Paul, it's not going to work. Unfortunately. YouTube still hasn't fixed that problem.
They need to. It's annoying.
They do. They do. You should be able to do that when you're on your cell phone. I mean, it shouldn't be that difficult. Do Jenny and Steve have any questions? Oh, Brian's muted because somebody said something funny.
Yes, I don't know if you saw Steve stand up behind me and start scratching his ass, hoping he's on
I was actually reading the chat, so I apologize. I missed that. Brian,
He's
yes,
trying to
Steve,
say
can you
that
do
it's
that
his
again?
back, but he doesn't realize that his back side is on his back. Too,
That's true. So, Logan, as far as training goes, now versus when you first got into truck driving, what are some of the differences here versus at the other carrier you were working at?
Well, for starters, I didn't have to fly out to Colorado for orientation.
Well, that's
so
true.
That's nice. I mean, just differences between the companies.
Yeah.
You got to fly?
Seems more like, what's the word? Almost more like a family or a group of friends here, whereas over there it didn't seem quite so.
It was more business over there, and over here is more kind of a more relaxed, more friendly atmosphere.
Yeah, definitely.
Right now, Tony, we are sitting right outside the terminal because we're leaving out in the morning so that we can actually start heading to the northeast, unfortunately. So
you're going to be a real truck driver for a change.
No, that's not really my cup of tea, but you know, everybody has their own thing. And then another thing that you know, as far as training goes, not too many drivers get to drive a brand new truck that barely has any miles on it, and this truck has got like 20,000 miles on it now. And I told him the other day that I pretty much put all the miles on the truck, and he disagreed with me. Dan, do you understand why?
Well, you was sitting in the truck.
Exactly. I was sitting in the truck. He may have been behind the driver's seat, but I'm still the one putting the miles on because I'm sitting in the seat. Right?
Yep. Exactamundo.
Okay. Oh, I'm glad that we got that all figured out.
Makes sense.
Let's see here. Mark's truck fit in the car wash with less than an inch to spare. Well, and it, you know, those F-250s, they are big, but I told you they can fit. And Tony is down in Moxville at one of our facilities, and we actually just Brakebush just purchased a food facility down there in Georgia, so we're expanding. Brakebush is growing in leaps and bounds, and it's an exciting time. In fact, Brakebush is going to be 100 years old next year, if you can believe that. So great, a great fun coming next year. I'm sure they're going to have a party. Hopefully, you know, some sort of disease doesn't pop up and ruin that one.
That would never happen.
Chris says, if you're heading to the northeast and going by me, let me know, and I will see if I can meet up. Chris, we're going to be going to Baltimore.
Don't do that, Chris. He bypasses. He goes to New Mexico instead. And gets stuck in the snow.
Well, I mean, that's kind of the route that you go when you go to Phoenix. But, you know.
Go to Salt Lake.
Hey,
So we're gonna...
I got a quick question from Steve and Jenny. What route are you taking out of Wisconsin?
What route are we going to take out of Wisconsin? I couldn't tell you because that's up to him. He's supposed to do all of the planning, so.
Now you tell me?
Oh.
No.
Well, they just say that they got cookies for you if you're going down 39 to 90 in Beloit.
Do you have cookies,
Well,
Chris?
I would imagine that we're going to be taking 39 down to 90 if the driver thinks that is the best route to go. So, especially seeing as how if we do, we will get cookies.
Well then, yeah, we're definitely going that way.
Yeah. Steve says he'll call you tomorrow, but we're expecting weather down here, by the way, just so you know, tomorrow.
Okay, they're expecting weather down there, so we probably should leave a little bit early.
Okay.
So when is Brakebush going all electric? Probably when they're forced to.
Hashtag never.
Right. Hashtag never. And KC20 Buffalo 17, thank you for keeping us up to date on the score. Appreciate that, Ted. Haley wants to know, Logan, what's your favorite dish in the truck?
It's gotta be that buffalo mac and cheese chicken, or buffalo chicken mac and cheese dish. It's gotta be that.
Let's see here. Carl says, I'm running Toledo triples tomorrow morning. Maybe I'll find you guys and we can get a double-decker zebra cake.
Sounds good to me.
Don't threaten me with a good time. And Chris says I can get some cookies ready as well. Okay, so what I was beginning to tell you, Chris, is that we're actually going to Baltimore first, and then we're going up to Marlboro, New York, and then we're going over to basically the Boston area.
Well, I think Norwich, Connecticut was first.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to Norwich, Connecticut, and then over to Boston. So we're going to go and do that, and then we're going to be picking up, what is it, bagels or something?
Yeah.
Picking up bagels and bringing those back to Illinois. So we may actually be going across somewhere around your area, Chris. I'll definitely keep you in the loop on that.
Brownie King is going to be a little upset with you.
Ted says, Logan, do you fish or hunt?
I definitely fish more now than I hunt, but I used to do both, and I haven't gone ice fishing in quite a few years, but we do have an ice shack now, so might have to do that this winter.
And hopefully he doesn't mean the truck.
Well, yeah. Drill some holes in the floorboards. What's wrong with that?
Oh, you know.
Mm-hmm. I'll send you a
They
video.
may have... Dan said he'll send you a video.
A how-to, I hope.
Well, it's actually, I mean, it can work. There's actually not a semi, but we could make it work in a semi.
Okay, so
Good
Dan
Volvo.
says he can make it work in a semi.
Oh, okay. I was thinking your brand new Silverado.
Tony says his favorite dish in Oklahoma is in Oklahoma. Her name is Vicky Lee, and that better be your wife. If not, you're in trouble.
Not even going to make the joke I was going to make then.
Well, go ahead and make the joke anyway.
I was just going to say the name sounds familiar.
And she was in Oklahoma too, wasn't she?
Yeah.
It's just like that time that you spent in Kansas that you want to absolutely
Forget. No, Kansas wasn't bad. It was that wherever we were in Texas when we froze for 20 minutes while feeling.
some of the fuel pumps down there are absolutely ridiculous. And there was this one truck stop that we went to, and I swear it took 30 minutes to pump like 140 gallons worth of fuel, and it was, I don't know, 3 degrees outside, something like that. It was
with the wind. It was colder than that.
It was ungodly cold.
But
Now, the one thing that that I like having Logan in the truck is the fact that we banter back and forth pretty regularly, and we've always kind of had this chemistry as far as I could say something and he would have something to retort, like right. He didn't even have to think about it, or he'd say something and I would be able to do the same thing, and we can do that back and forth while we're driving down the highway, and you're going to get a chance to experience some of that in Wednesday's video and the video after. I'm going to try and do some more filming when we're over in the Northeast, and I don't know, how do you feel about that, Logan? You've never really been in the Northeast, and you know, you're going to be going into some tight spots. Plus, you're going to be doing all the navigating and everything yourself, so you're pretty much going to be tested on film.
perfect. That's the way I like to be tested.
No pressure.
We got up there once or twice, I think, when we were with JBS.
Oh yeah, we did, didn't we?
Yeah, well, to the plant, and then I think we had a delivery somewhere in Delaware. But,
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Boston is going to be a completely different animal for you.
Can't wait.
Let's see here. Anybody else have any questions while I'm you know, going around here giving Logan hell? But you know, I get to do that pretty much on a regular
I was just gonna say.
What are your favorite cookies?
Oof. Probably chocolate chip. Just usually my go-to, but there's a few different ones. I like Christmas like sugar cookies, those frosted.
Yep.
Like I forget what they're called. Walmart has some really good ones too. Was it Loft House or Toll House or something? They look really good.
Well, everybody knows sugar cookies should be unfrosted. So
Get out.
What? No.
Get out of this truck.
no, we're gonna start the controversy.
The more frosty, the better.
Hilly says, do you want to drive West or East Coast runs? Now, let me preface this, before he answers, let me preface this by saying that he's going to be doing East Coast runs only because he's the new guy. So until he actually, you know, moves up the ladder and somebody else comes in lower than him, then he's pretty much going to be on that. Well, also he wants to be home every week.
Yeah.
So
if I was gonna do West Coast, it would be sooner rather than later, because I know if we ever have kids, I know I'm gonna definitely want to be not gone for 10 to 14 days at a shot. So, but until then, I'm fine with whatever.
Robert Mack, thank you so much for coming in. We're grilling Logan. He's my trainee, learning how to drive for Brakebush Transportation. So if you have any questions for Logan, feel free to put that into the chat with the hashtag Logan. Let's see here. Do you get a lot of choice, or do you go where they send you for the most part? Christian, we go where they send us for the most part. And in fact, you pretty much get a chance to choose the region that you want to drive. And now the reason that Logan is actually going to the East Coast, and I kind of tease him a little bit because he is a new guy, but one of the reasons that he is going to be doing the Northeast is because he wants to be home more often. And when we give a driver an area that we want him to drive, we usually expect that driver to be able to do that within a year. Now, if you want to go and change regions to go someplace else, usually we like to wait until you've actually, you know, completed a whole year doing it before you do any changes. So that's kind of how things go as far as that. Robert Max says, Logan, are you learning on a stick shift or these new automatic trucks?
New automatic right now, but in my own one that when I get into my own truck, it'll be it's a 13-speed, right?
Yes. It's kind of funny, too, because as soon as he leaves this truck, he goes into Delilah. Delilah is still alive and well, and she is going to be his truck.
We're sorry.
Still clicking away, is it?
She is.
I'm not sorry about Delilah. I'm just sorry that you're getting Jason's old truck.
He's just sorry you're getting my old truck.
Oh. No, you're getting your old truck. I'm getting this one. We've been over this.
We've already been over this. I've licked this truck. It's mine.
We'll see about that.
It's not on video.
I will make sure it's on video. Even if I have to have the fire department come out afterwards and remove my tongue from the side of the truck.
Just remember, when you're driving Delilah, you're sitting in Jason's old farts.
You said, just remember when you're driving Delilah that you're sitting in my old farts.
You mean that hasn't been cleaned yet?
Cleaned?
They don't make you clean it after you get into...
I mean, why would we clean it? You guys, he wants me to clean something that is a part of history. I mean, this truck, Delilah, is the most filmed truck out of any Brakebush truck out there on the road. If you're asking me to clean it, you're basically telling me that we need to erase the entire history, which is...
That's what we're doing now.
Oh, okay.
2024.
Logan, did you have to purchase new air fresheners for the cab?
No, I just got a big old jug of Febreze.
Actually, when I turned in Delilah and parked it, before I did so, I made sure that I gave it a thorough cleaning. And in fact, not only was it cleaned, but I got very high marks from the shop as far as getting the smoke smell out of the truck. Now, Logan, if you are so inclined and if you feel homesick, I'll go in and I'll smoke in the truck for you, just to make sure that you don't feel like you're missing out on anything.
What are the odds the guy that told you that in the shop is also a smoker?
He's not.
Oh, okay. Well,
In
then
fact,
I'll take his word for it.
Let's see here. Chris says, that truck is YouTube celebrity. Treat her with respect. Amen, Chris. I'm with you. Let's see here. How's Logan pre-trip inspections? Patience is important. Good luck, Logan. Okay, so Logan, why don't you tell them a little bit of how I work the pre-trips in the morning? And we haven't been able to do it as often, but I've still been able to do it a couple times.
So he likes to go outside and hide a quarter somewhere on the truck and or trailer and see if I find it. And how many...
There was only one you didn't find.
Oh yeah, and I don't know how I missed that. It's embarrassing, actually.
Let's see
we have
here.
a story.
Dad asked, did you bring any brisket for Logan? No, because you didn't let me take any brisket home from the game yesterday. So that's on you, Dad. Let's see here. Carl Marks says, Logan, you're in good hands. Jason is a great guy. Have fun. Y'all have a safe night. Logan, Jason has good advice, but if you need better advice, call me. Jason, I'll call you back. Thank you, Carl. That is very, very nice. And yes, I will give him your phone number so that he can call you with any problems that I can't handle, which are pretty much all of them. So, all right. We're getting some really good questions in for Logan today.
How much did you pay him to say that?
$30 this time?
Not bad.
He only charged me $15 last time.
Oh.
So,
I see.
But he did expand the paragraph a couple more sentences.
Oh, okay.
So it makes sense.
Money well spent. Then.
Yes, absolutely. Let's see here. Haley says, I totally ate the rest of the brisket. That's on me, not Dad. Well, maybe I shouldn't have invited you then. Buffalo is up now, 24-20 on KC. Wow, this is gonna be a good one.
Apparently.
Yeah, and apparently we're missing a good football game for this nonsense. Actually, we were having a really nice brisket and chili dinner up at my dad's house yesterday, and that's probably the best smoked brisket that I've ever had in my entire life. My dad knows how to smoke a brisket, let me tell you. Oh, that's a really good question, Chris. When is Logan getting a drone?
I'm hoping by spring. Maybe summer at the latest. Definitely waiting for nicer weather, I'll say that.
So,
what are you looking at? Of the ones that Jason showed you, are you going more FPV with the Avata? Or do you like the Mini 4 Pro?
well, right now he's, and I spoiler alert, if you don't want to be spoiled, I'll count to 3. You can plug your ears, and then I'll wave at the screen. So this is a spoiler alert. 1, 2, 3. Okay, anybody that doesn't want to have this spoiled, you now don't have volume on. So Logan actually flew the Avata down there in Arizona. So that's the only experience that he has flying a drone so far, but I'm hoping to be able to get him on the Mini 4 too, because I think that he'll really like that. So anybody that wants to come back, you can come back now.
I can't hear you. What do you say?
I think you're good, Dan.
Oh, okay. Okay. Can hear you now.
Usually the audio goes in through the little things inside the headphone, so putting your fingers there don't really help much.
Oh, I couldn't hear a thing. I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, that's because you never listened to the show anyway. I think you've got Blue's Clues on in your headphones while the show is going on.
No, it was Barney.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I'm sorry. I apologize. Robert Mack says, Jason, when I trained CDL drivers, the company gave me time to stop while empty or take the trainee to areas that are challenging for them to back in, etc. Well, Robert Mack, we're not going to have to worry about that because we're going to be backing into some of the most, I would say, the most challenging areas in the country. Up in the Boston area, it was made for horse and buggy, and they still haven't widened the road since. So it's going to make things challenging for him, and that's why we want to do it now while we have a trainer with him.
And they're all blind sides.
All blind sides, yes. Let's see here. My dad asked if I want, if I should bring Brian a brisket. Brian, it would not survive the trip. I'm not gonna lie. Robert says, Logan, you got a good person that will get you on the road. Good luck, and I will send you that $5, Robert. Tony says, I need some ice cream. Later, guys. Be safe and take care. Don't take any wooden nickels. Why not? Jeez.
They still make wooden nickels?
You'll burn right through them.
Right? Let's see. Chris says, when you go to Boston, don't end up overloaded. Yeah, we're gonna do our best.
Didn't that happen with you and Ryan?
It did. It happened with me and Ryan. We got loaded. We're not going to be loading at the same place as we did when we got overloaded. When we did that, we were at a fish place, but instead of fish, we're doing bagels. And I'm sure that the bagels are going to be lighter.
That's good.
And fluffier.
Less smelly.
I don't know. Brownie King is a little upset. He might be throwing some lead weight in those bagels.
Well, I would like to have the Brownie King back. to be perfectly honest. I missed the Brownie King. He's definitely part of the program that I miss. And, you know, I really hope that he got the chance to see the Reeds Across America video. If you guys haven't seen the Reeds Across America video yet, definitely go and watch it. Brian, you watched it, and we already got Dan's take on it. What was your thoughts on the Reeds Across America video that aired on Wednesday?
That first of all, I'll relay from Steve and Jenny. They both said it was absolutely amazing. And for me, I'll be honest, it brought a tear to my eye in a lot of ways. It was definitely probably one of the most emotional videos that I've ever watched, but in a very good and very positive way. To see the convoy of trucks, the number of people that were there just to unload them, words can't express what it felt to know that I was part of that in such a small way. So if anyone hasn't seen that, please go watch it. You may want to have some tissues with you or something, because it will touch you. I honestly think the Reeds Across America should use that for their promotion. You know,
I would love that. I would love that. I'd give it to them free of charge.
Yeah, and one thing I thought of it, I was going to actually mention this to you off camera, but as long as we're here, I might as well say it. I know there was a TFR in place. I wonder if you work with Reeds Across America ahead of time. You know, mention that you want to fly a drone. You do have a YouTube channel. You may be able to do it as press. And if they are working with the FAA to put that TFR in place, if you can start filing an exemption right away for that, because I know that if you are doing work as press, that you might be able to get an exemption for it, and of course it's going to take more than the 90 days for that. But that may be something you might want to start working on now, because I think that they would be able to work with you on that.
That's a really, really good idea, Brian. It really is.
Because they didn't have it last year.
No,
they didn't have it last year. No.
But you know, I can't fly by my local cemetery that does it because it's next to a prison. I went out there just not on the Reeds Across America Day, but just see if I could do anything in preparation for it, and I'm locked down, but because of a correctional facility. But you may be able to work your way through that with being across. So.
Right. Susanna, thank you so much for coming in. I appreciate you being here. And Chris says, I'm still on day 3 of the trip. I've been very busy and haven't had time to get caught up. Chris, definitely make sure that you set aside time for that video. I know most of the videos you watch, you do at double the speed. I promise you, it's worth every second of the video. I promise you, it's definitely worth your time to watch. Robert says, Logan, what's the standard pressure you must keep in your seat while driving?
All of it?
Right now, our seat is extremely squeaky. Well, no,
it was deflated when I got in, so I didn't.
Yeah, we haven't inflated it yet, but it was squeaking like a bed in one of those videos you're not supposed to watch. Pretty much every time we hit a bump.
Maybe we're supposed to watch those.
I think those are safety videos, but anyways.
Training.
Yes, training videos. That's exactly what they are. I don't know what they're training you for, but there's a lot of yelling and screaming. But
can't wait for Pro Treads this quarter.
Oh my gosh, yes. And so we are getting towards the end of the program. We've got 6 more minutes left, so let me go back to our totals here. And wow, we've got 9 votes, and we've got let's see here, Looks like number 4 is pulling away with the victory here. But Dan, how many bonuses do you have?
I only seen the one bonus.
Okay.
I was trying to go back and forth, but I only noticed one.
Well,
Well,
then
I do my
it
math
is
right. 1 plus 2 plus 3 equals 50, so we're tied.
That's true.
I don't think that's how I'm the first to admit that I can't math, and but I'm going to go ahead and say that that's probably incorrect. But we do have a clear winner for this week's Blinker Flu of the Week, and the winner is, drum roll please. That would be number 4. You are our Blinker Flu of the Week winner.
Hot.
I hope that you changed that to milk.
I did. I grabbed some milk. I'm good now.
Jim Beam and milk, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Crown Royal.
So everybody remember that this is all very helpful to spotlight some of the wonderful drivers that we have out here on the roads today. So make sure that if you have a video, that you definitely send it over to Dan. Dan is more than happy to take your submission. It is droningveteran@gmail.com. Dan, you said that we're going to have some international videos this year.
Yeah, I'm still waiting on them. Hopefully soon.
So we're going to have some international.
It won't happen before week 5. So maybe week 6. I'm hoping by week 6. I hope.
Okay. So we're going to have some international drivers. We're going to have, our regular everyday drivers on the roads. I mean, the people of Utah and the people in Pennsylvania and the people in Wisconsin just don't disappoint.
No, they do not.
Forgetting a very key state there, I feel like.
Let's see here. KC 27, Buffalo 24. It's coming down to the wire, folks. This is gonna. It looks like this is kind of like what happened yesterday during the Green Bay game that Logan skipped out on because he had a.
I didn't skip out.
He didn't want to. He didn't want to be the kicker,
go,
so they had to
Logan.
throw in some guy. Yeah, I know. And Robert Mack, it is 8:57 in the morning in Thailand right now. And Robert Mack is over there in Thailand enjoying the nice warm weather compared to what we've got going on over here.
Well, that's Monday, right?
Yeah, that would be Monday. Yeah, he's actually, calling from the future. So thank you for coming in from the future, Mr. Robert Mack.
Okay, he's calling from the future. What are the winning lottery numbers?
Oh, he can't tell you that. Remember, if you watch any of the Back to the Future documentaries, you would know that you cannot send any of that information back to the past because then you tear up the time frame continuum and all that other fancy word stuff.
You need the book.
But we are.
1950.
Yes, we need that book. And if I can get that book, Dan, I will share none of it with you. But
What?
I love you anyway.
Okay. That's enough for me.
All right, well, we are getting ready to get out of here. We are hitting our 1 hour mark on the live stream today. Chris says, I don't think the lottery has happened at almost 9 a.m. But we are going to go around the room, and we're going to start off with Logan to give us his last words on his experience being in the hot seat and to say goodbye to everybody.
What do I gotta do?
Goodbye.
Closing thoughts.
Closing thoughts. I wasn't prepared for that.
Well,
that was your job.
I mean, you have. I don't think you have thoughts anyway.
No.
So, go on. Come on, train monkey.
I got nothing.
Okay, there you go.
Nothing.
Dan, your closing thoughts.
Go easy on the blinker fluid. It's spicy.
It is. It's very spicy, and make sure that you're drinking milk with it. And I don't think the Jim Beam in the milk is helping. Brian?
What?
Not hurting.
Well, I just want to thank my friends Steve and Jenny from Stormy Sky for letting me.
Yeah, where's Stormy at? You didn't show Stormy.
Stormy jumped up on the desk and then ran away. I'm not sure what happened to him. So
Typical Stormy.
yeah,
You sure
Yeah.
Stormy's not from Utah?
so
And
go ahead.
let Jenny and Steve know that I am in talks right now with Stormy to have Stormy actually be the sponsor of next week's Blinker Fluid of the Week. So just be aware that contract papers are being signed. Thank you, Brian, and thank you, Jenny and Steve, for all of your support and for being there. And Dan, thank you so much for being there and all the hard work that you put in to the Blinker Fluid of the Week segments every week. And thank you to Logan for being a good sport and helping me out get content out there for the YouTube drivers. I mean, for the YouTube people, I should say. I don't think YouTube drivers really care whether or not we have videos put out there. But but anyways, having Logan back in the truck with me has been a lot of fun. We've actually been able to get a lot of things accomplished, even though I do have a busy, filming schedule, and we've actually been able to get have a lot of fun as well, which is the best part about having your friend. And he'll never admit that I'm his friend, so just remember that. But to have your friend in the truck with you. So check out him on Instagram. His Instagram is instagram.com/MidwestLogan. He actually has a Instagram channel out there. Go check it out. It's Midwest Logan over there on Instagram. I appreciate all of you for coming along for this ride with us, and we'll see you later on down the road. Bye, everybody.